right, let's talk about Facebook ads, but we're going to do it a little differently today. We need to completely reframe how you think about them. So for a minute, forget about campaigns, ad sets, and all that jargon. We're going to look at your ads through the lens of design. And trust me, it is going to change everything. Let's dive in. So does this sound familiar? You spend all this time, maybe even money, crafting what you think is the perfect ad. You hit launch, and nothing. It just feels like you're shouting into a super crowded room, right? Well, the problem probably isn't your product. The problem is you're still making ads when you should be building journeys. And that's the big idea we're tackling. We're going to borrow two really powerful concepts from the design world: user interface, or UI, and user experience, or UX. Here's the easiest way to think about it. Your ad, the thing people see, that's the user interface. And the path they take after they click, that's the user experience. You absolutely have to get both right. That's the secret sauce. Okay, so let's start at the very beginning. The first thing your potential customer ever sees, the ad itself. This is your UI. It's like your digital storefront window. It's all about that initial look and feel, the images, the video, the colors, even the font. And its only job, its one and only job, is to make someone stop their endless scrolling and actually pay attention. So how do you create a UI that actually works? Well, it's really less about being super slick and polished and way more about being relatable. You want to show real people actually using your product. Put it in a lifestyle setting that your audience dreams of. Use that authentic, user-generated content style video, because it just feels less like an ad and more like something a friend would post. And this part is absolutely crucial. You have to keep your creative fresh. If people see the same ad over and over, their brain literally learns to ignore it. That's called ad fatigue, and it will tank your campaign faster than anything. Now, the other half of your UI is your copy, the words you use. The best ad copy never leads with the product. It leads with the customer's problem. Tired of dealing with this? Or struggling to do that? See, once you show someone you genuinely understand their pain point, their mind just opens up and they're ready to hear about your solution. It's this huge shift from just selling stuff to actually solving problems. Okay, so you did it. Your amazing UI worked. They stopped scrolling, they felt that connection with your copy, and they clicked. Awesome. But that is just the beginning of the journey. Now we shift gears completely from UI to UX, the user experience. This is all about function over form. How does the journey feel for them? Is it easy? Is it intuitive? Is it completely frictionless? And this right here is probably the single biggest, most important UX decision you are going to make. Where do you send that precious click? If you just dump them on your main website, you're throwing them into a maze. They've got navigation bars, about us pages, blog posts, all these distractions. They get confused, they get lost, and they leave. But a dedicated landing page, it has one single goal. There are zero distractions. It's a clean, straight path designed to guide the user to the one action you want them to take. When you zoom out, this is what a perfect user experience looks like in advertising. It's just 3 simple steps. A great ad leads to a super focused landing page, which leads to a dead simple conversion. Every step just flows logically into the next one. You're removing any friction, any doubt, and you're making it almost effortless for the user to just say yes. But here's the thing, even the most beautiful UI and the most seamless UX will completely fail if you show them to the wrong people. See, designing the journey is only half the battle. You also have to be a really smart tour guide, making sure you lead the right people down the right path. And that is all about targeting. A really brilliant way to think about this is by audience temperature. So a cold audience, they've never even heard of you. Total strangers. A warm audience has. Maybe they visited your site or followed you on social media. And a hot audience? Oh, they are ready to buy. They might have even added something to their cart. You can't just show them all the same ad and send them on the exact same journey. It just doesn't work. Each temperature needs its own unique path. The technical term for building these custom journeys for your warm and hot audiences is called remarketing. But think of it like this. Instead of just shouting at strangers over and over again, you're simply picking up a conversation that's already started with someone who has already shown interest. It is so incredibly powerful because you're finally talking to people who are already listening. And Facebook gives you some amazing tools to build these tailored journeys. You can target people based on what they're into, like certain brands or hobbies. But here's where the magic really happens. You can narrow that audience by layering those interests. So you're not just targeting people who like shoes, you're targeting people who like shoes and formal wear. Much more specific, right? And for that warm audience, you can create custom audiences of people who've literally already been on your website. This is how you deliver that truly personal experience. Now, please hear this. Designing a journey is not a set it and forget it kind of deal. The advertisers who really win are relentless optimizers. They treat their first campaign like a first draft, and then they use data to constantly learn, refine, and improve the customer's path. So how do you improve? You test. A/B testing or split testing needs to become your best friend. You can test two different ad creatives to see which UI gets more attention, or you can test two different landing pages to see which UX gets more sales. The beauty is you don't have to guess what works best. You let your audience's actions tell you exactly what they prefer. And the best part is you're not flying blind here. You've got two key tools to guide you. First, there's the Facebook ad library. You can literally spy on your competitors' ads, which is an amazing source of inspiration for your UI. And second, there's your own campaign analytics. This data tells you the story of your customer's journey. It shows you where they're flowing smoothly, and more importantly, where they're getting stuck. This becomes your roadmap for improving the UX. So as you go back and look at your own ads, I want you to ask yourself this one question. What is the single biggest point of friction in my customer's journey right now? Is it the ads UI, or is it the UX after they click? Finding and fixing that one single bottleneck, that's your first step to building a journey that actually works.